Hello and welcome to another complete Edexcel GCSE PE lesson, where you'll learn absolutely everything you need to know on the 8th syllabus objective in topic 1.1 on antagonistic pairs. Before we begin, if you're interested in the slides I use in my videos, as well as all the past exam questions and mark schemes organised into topics, you can find a link to my resource store in the description. Since muscles can only pull but not push on bones, muscles must work in pairs to ensure that movement in both directions is possible. A pair of muscles that work together is known as an antagonistic pair. As one muscle contracts or produces force, the other relaxes to allow the movement to occur. Within an antagonistic pair, the two muscle groups are classified according to their roles. The muscle that contracts to initiate the movement is known as the agonist, while the muscle that relaxes is known as the antagonist. For example, during the upward phase of a bicep curl, the biceps take on the role of the agonist, contracting and shortening to create flexion at the elbow. Meanwhile, the antagonist, the triceps, relax and lengthen to allow the movement to occur. To extend the elbow, for example when jabbing in boxing, the triceps contract and take on the role of the agonist, and the biceps relax. When bending the knee, the hamstrings contract and shorten to create flexion, while the quadriceps relax and lengthen. To extend the knee, the quadriceps contract and hamstrings relax accordingly. During a calf raise, the gastrocnemius contracts and the tibialis anterior relaxes to create plantar flexion at the ankle joint. To raise the toes or dorsiflex the ankle, for example when clearing a hurdle, the tibialis anterior contracts and the gastrocnemius relaxes. Finally, to create flexion at the hip, for example raising the knee when sprinting, the hip flexors contract and the gluteus maximus relaxes. To extend the hip, for example during the upward phase of a squat, the gluteus maximus contracts and the hip flexors relax. Well done, you've just covered absolutely everything you need to know on antagonistic pairs. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time for muscle fiber types and how the skeletal and muscular systems work together to allow participation in physical activity and sport.